Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Meat Cranium. Nah, that don't work. How about Meat Cranium Barbecue and Review? Today, I'm doing a protein that is near and dear to my heart. Something I love. Well, basically, anything that comes out of the water, either fresh water or salt water, I love. Seafood is probably my #1 favorite thing to eat. So today, what I have for you, as you've seen in the title, is this bad boy right here, octopus. So look, I've seen a bunch of videos. I've seen a bunch of people do octopus, but everybody kind of does like a stew, or they just simply just grill it. Well, I'm actually going to reverse sear this octopus, and I'm only going to go through one step, marinating in only one thing. Let me show you what that is. It's this. It's a I've seen this at the wine section, and it's a blackberry merlot. So instead of being like a white wine or a red wine, I'm gonna try a blackberry merlot. Now, octopus has a pretty strong scent to it, and it's really kind of a fishy, like a real strong fishy smell to it. So you kind of want to tame that down. And then also, when it comes to octopus, people think that you have to hit it with a mallet or run over with your truck or throw it against a cement truck going 80 miles an hour down the road to tenderize this thing. You really don't. The best way actually to tenderize an octopus is just to freeze it. You freeze it, what happens is these little, the little ice crystals make tiny little tears inside the meat. Thus, it actually helps tenderize it probably better than anything. And it's probably the simplest way to actually tenderize an octopus. So you don't need to hit it with a mallet and everything else. And then also what I'm going to do, I'm going to cook this today on my Oklahoma Joe Bronco. I'm going to bring the temperature up pretty slow. I'm going to pull it, and then I'm going to raise the grates up, and I'm going to sear it off at the end. So anyhow, let's get started on this very simple process. Okay, so as you see here, the only thing I have in my preparing process is a knife and a bottle of wine. All right, take the lid off this. Here's the octopus. This is the head right here. So the only thing I'm gonna do is remove the head. Beak's been removed. There's usually that beak in the middle here. That beak has been removed. So there's still a little bit of ice in here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this sit in this wine for probably 4 to 6 hours. So it's going to like thaw it out. And there's even like some tears and stuff here in the skin, which is actually gonna help the wine penetrate. So I might actually go ahead and penetrate some more skin here. Okay, it's really easy to cut the skin. Give little slits in these skin right here. All right, so now we have the nicks inside the octopus. That's all you gotta do. Here we go. Heck, I'll go ahead and I'll throw the head in there too. Now, pour this wine in. Let's get it mixed in nice and thoroughly. It smells good. That's a really good smelling wine. Gonna let this sit here for 4 to 6 hours. Okay, so if you were to make this octopus into a stew, you would do kind of like I did with my beef short ribs, and you would add some vegetables to it, some herbs and everything like that. I'm not doing that with this. It's just gonna soak only in the wine. That's all it's gonna do. Then when I get done here in about 4 to 6 hours, I'm gonna take this out, I'm gonna get it really good and dry, put some olive oil, put some rub on it, and I'm gonna put it onto the Oklahoma Joe Bronco. That's pretty simple. Then I'm gonna bring it up until it's pretty tender. It's gonna smoke for probably about an hour, and then I'm gonna raise the grates up and I'm gonna sear off, I'm gonna sear the legs off. That's it. You don't have to overcomplicate octopus. Alright, right, so while the Oklahoma Joe comes up the temp, this is what I'm gonna be doing. Gonna be doing some robust extra virgin olive oil. Oh yeah. Be doing some Himalayan sea salt. And be doing a layer of some It's Incredible, because it is incredible. And then I'm also gonna be doing, now, I never say this word right, so I'll just say Car-ib-e-q. Car-ib-e-q. Jamaican, spicy Jamaican jerk seasoning blend. I think that would go pretty good on this. It's sugar free, so when I go to grill it, it shouldn't burn, so it should give a nice flavor to that. And here is the octopus that's been soaking in that blackberry merlot. So I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta dry it off, so move all the stuff over to the side. Get some paper towels down, because I gotta dry it off. All right, now most people will boil this before they put it in, do a couple times with some boiling water. I don't see any point of doing that right now. There's really no need, and the beak is out. Here's the head of the octopus right here. This is still some good meat. I'm still gonna cook this up, but just when you go and check it out, make sure there's like no ink pouches in there and everything else. And also, guys, if you want to surprise your wife, dry this thing out. You can make yourself a purse. You can make yourself a puss purse. Make a nice little puss purse. I don't know if that's actually a term, but I just made it. So here you go, puss purse. Dry the puss purse off. Hashtag puss purse. Maybe that'll get a lot of hits. Is that not a beautiful thing? Look at that. So we're gonna start with some robust olive oil. Rub that in there. Okay, I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna wash my hands, and I'll be back, and I'll put the seasoning on. Okay, so I'm back with impeccably clean hands. Nod to cooking with Corey. All right, so let's get this done. Some salt. Get a lot of salt on here. It's gonna be great with some salt. Next step is going to be some It's Incredible. And that fish smell that the octopus had at the beginning is gone. There's no more fish smell to it. And now I'm gonna go some Car-ib-e-q. So I don't know how to say it. Y'all get on to me. Okay, this is gonna be facing down towards the fire, and then this is going to be facing up. All right, let's get this onto the pit. Okay, so right now the temperature in the pit is right around, I'm gonna try to keep it between 200 and 225. Want to get this thing kind of low. Let's get this octopus on. All right, here we go, going skin side down. And by the way, that is pear wood that I have in there. Pear wood is similar to apple wood, and it gives a nice light smoke. It's for delicate pieces of meat like fish and chicken, so pear wood is extremely good. Let's get the puss purse on. Let's see what we can do with the puss purse. I think I'm gonna cut this. Close that lid, and I'm gonna check back in about a half hour. I'm going to spritz it, and yeah, just let it go. And then whenever it's, you can poke it with a fork, not with a fork, but you poke it with a paring knife, and it goes in pretty tender. Then it's done. Then I'm gonna raise the grate up, and I'm gonna sear it. All right, so it's been about 25 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead, look how much it shrank up. In here I have some seafood stock, so go ahead and spritz it. The puss purse shrank up too. There we go. Seafood stock. I'll be back here in about 20 minutes to check on the tenderness of it. All right, I just wanna let you guys know I'm going to dedicate this cook here to a fellow YouTube brother. I'm dedicating this cook to Rico over at Smokin' Jazz Barbecue. Since he's a huge fan of Octopus, and I say that, tongue in cheek, I think this is a perfect cook to dedicate to him. All right, Rico, there you go. I'm dedicating Octopus to you. Okay, so the pit is still running between 200 and 225. It's 20 minutes later. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it up with some seafood stock. There we go, shut that. Anyhow, I've been probing it with a probe to see how tender it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on this. Let's check for tenderness. It's got a little bit more to go. It's still got a lot of resistance. It's still see it's how it's sticking. You don't want it to stick. See, and it should come out without lifting up. Boop, boop. There you go. So it's keep on trucking. Clean burn, y'all. Clean burn. This smoker has maintained between 200 and actually 215, which is where I kind of want to have it this whole time. This thing is very efficient. But yeah, just want to show you I'm burning nice blue smoke. All right, so it's been exactly 1 hour. Now, even though this is a temp read, I'm just basically using it to probe. All right, and the internal temperature of it right now is reading about 150 right now inside. So I'm gonna let it keep on going. There's really no specific temperature that you want your octopus to be at. You just want it to be tender. So you're just gonna keep probing it until it's tender. The bark is already set up, so that's a good thing. I like that. It's looking good, man. It's going according to plan, and I like when things go according to plan. Alrighty, shut this and keep going. And the puss purse is looking pretty splendid as well. I think this will be done probably about another half hour and I can sear it. Alright, so it's been about an hour and a half. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this. It's getting there. It's a lot more tender than what it was. But I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pull this, put it in here. I'm gonna let it cool down. I might even put it into the fridge. And then I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna set everything up, I'm gonna sear it. Alright, so this is gonna go into the fridge. Look at that. Yum, yum. Alright, so I have the Oklahoma Joe. I went ahead and reconfigured it. So I raised this up and then I turned the heat diffuser upside down. And now I have the charcoal right up here towards the top. And I have the grate right here. What I'm going to do to add some flavor whenever I go to sear it is I'm going to throw a handful of some pellets in here. The other thing I like about pellets is they actually add some good flavor to your fire. So there we go. The octopus is still in the fridge, getting cooled down. All right, let's get this thing cut up. Some beautiful white meat. That's gorgeous. And here's the puss purse. There, that's what's left of that. All right, here we go. Coals are nice and hot. Grate's nice and hot. Okay, so I've kept it on this side for about 2 minutes now. After this right here, 2 minutes on this side, they should be done. All right, so it's been 2 minutes on this side. They are done. At least about as done as I'm going to get them. There we go. All right, let's give this a try. All right, so since my wife and my son are not gonna eat this, this is all mine. In Portuguese, we like to say mais fica, which is more for me. I'm gonna pop it in my candy. There, they're a little more chewier as you get towards like the skinny part of the tail, a little more thinner part. It gets a little more chewier down there because you kind of can't prevent that because it gets a little more done down there. But more towards the thicker part, it's nice and tender. It's really good. It's so good. Here's the head of it. I like to call the puss purse. In case you want to make a purse out of it, you can dry out the skin. Make a purse for your wife. I'm sure she would appreciate that. Honey, look what I made you. What is that? It's a purse. What's it made from? The head of an octopus. Get that out of here. That'd be awesome. Here's the head of it. That piece is very chewy. However, the tentacles that's connected to the body, that's very tender. Anyhow, it is really, really hot out here. I'm about ready to get done with this video. Anyhow, like, subscribe. I'll see you next week. Ciao. you.